Hey everybody, happy Friday. I'm gonna make some snacks for this weekend. I'm either gonna be making either little pizza bites or I was thinking maybe like some Hot Pockets. If I do, those will more likely be like a meal because it's gonna be more calories, more carbs overall. But for a snack, I might go with the little pizza bites. They're similar to like pizza rolls. I might just do those. It depends on what I feel after I'm done making the dough. For the basic dough, we are going to use almond flour. We're going to use cream cheese. I have onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, and salt. Sometimes I do add paprika, but for today I'm just going to skip out on that. I'm going to go ahead and prepare my pizza dough. This is the main dough that I use for a lot of my recipes. It's what's the base dough for making the actual pizza crust, making my doughs for my pita pockets, making my dough for my bagels. This is the holy grail to all of it. Oh, I forgot. Mozzarella cheese. That plays a big part. The pizza sauce and the pepperoni is for a little bit later on. As you guys can see, a lot of this is great value brand. You do not have to be crazy expensive when making a lot of keto dishes. So all of this is available for you at Walmart. This I did get at Publix because I happen to find that Publix is actually a lot more cheaper for their almond flour than what Walmart is. So I usually go there. RAOS is a very top brand known in the keto world for keto-friendly, organic-friendly pasta sauce. So I always go with RAOS. You can buy this at Walmart as well. I got this one at Winn-Dixie, and they also do sell it at Publix. But out of all the ingredients, I think maybe the RAOS is the most expensive, but with me using very little of it, that does take me a very long way with recipes. I think I can probably get about 5, maybe 6 meals out of using the RAOS, so I always keep it in the fridge and it's ready for the next meal. So although this is roughly about $6.99 for pasta sauce, I know it can seem a little bit scary, but in the long run, it's actually going to last me a lot longer making several meals for the $6. It's maybe about $1 a meal, if anything. So let me go ahead and get all the ingredients in this bowl, give you the measurements for making the dough, and we'll get started. All right, everybody, so I went ahead and put 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, 1 ounce of cream cheese, and 1 cup of almond flour. I went ahead and mixed in all of my seasonings in the almond flour. I'm going to go ahead and shake it up really quick or stir it. I am going to put this in the microwave for about 30 to 40 seconds. You have to keep an eye on it just so it all melts down. Once that comes out, I'm going to stir in the almond flour mix and whisk it up until it makes a dough. And I'm going to put it on this parchment paper and we're going to roll it out and basically make our balls of dough. It's very easy. You guys just have to remember the one rule: 1 ounce cream cheese, 1 cup of mozzarella, and 1 cup of almond flour. All right, let me put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is what it will look like after it melts. I did have to put it in for about 45 seconds, almost 50. My cream cheese was a little bit cold from coming right out of the fridge, so if you let it defrost a little bit, it'll take less time. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix this up, and I'm going to go ahead and add the powder, or I'm sorry, the almond flour, and the dry powdered mixes, and we're going to mix this all up. I do generally add it slowly. I'm going to try to do this with 2 hands, and then also holding this, so give me 1 second. I might have to put the phone down just for a bit. I don't have my tripod. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like after we rolled it all up. I did have to get my hands in there and kind of form it into a ball. This is perfect for me right now to go ahead and cut up the little pieces of the dough and roll them into smaller balls so that way I can put the pepperoni, more cheese, and pasta sauce in between them. But if you're going to make this into a calzone, I recommend getting this dough on here, having parchment paper and rolling it out. If you guys have a bread roller, tortilla roller, that actually works a lot. If not, anything that you can use to improvise. Sometimes I do use the pasta sauce and just kind of roll it out like this. This is also my recipe that I use for my pita chips. when I make them. But basically you're just gonna roll out the dough, stuff all your things in there, ingredients, but regardless if you want to use the pizza or you want to make a cheeseburger one, or if you want to make a Philly cheesesteak one. This would be good to use as a calzone, however you want to actually use the dough, but this is a great starter. I'm going to go ahead and roll this back into a ball because I'm going to be using these as little pizza roll pockets, and then I'm going to stuff them and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'll be right back. All right, so this made about 8 of them. If your dough starts to get a little bit cold, you can pop the whole thing back together, put it in the bowl, put it in the microwave again so that we can warm up just a little bit. But for the most part, it should be manageable. I went ahead and spread these out. They're not perfect, guys. If you guys want to use a cookie cutter or whatever to make them perfect, I don't really care. In all honesty, these are going to get rolled up anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and put a pepperoni on all of them. And we're also going to add our pasta sauce. And I did go ahead and got cheese sticks out of the fridge instead of the shredded. I figured the shredded would make too much mess, so one little piece of the actual string cheese works a lot better in my opinion, as far as an easy cleanup and not so much mess. So you don't need a lot of sauce, just a little dab. Just to give it a little bit of that pizza taste. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and stack another piece of cheese on top of that. You guys can add whatever you want in these. If you want to add little diced up mushrooms, if you want to add bell peppers. If you're making a calzone, it actually could be filled with a lot more than what I'm putting right now. But I'm going to go ahead and roll these up into little balls and put them on my baking sheet. I do have the oven right now already preheated to 350. These will cook very quickly. Let me go ahead and get them rolled up and I will put them in. All right, guys, this is what they look like. I went ahead and pinched the ends of them to roll them into a ball. So those are ready to go into the oven. They're going to go in the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes. You do have to keep an eye on them. Depends on how big and how little. Some of them are a little bit bigger than the others. Again, I didn't make them the perfect size for each one. So I'm going to keep an eye on these, but from 7 to 10 minutes, we're going to keep taking a look at them to see if they need to come out. And I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is what they look like. Nice and brown. I'm gonna let them cool off and I will cut into them. It's been, I wanna say about 12 to 13 minutes. I did check on them about 8 minutes in, and then they were done, but they weren't like the golden color that I wanted them to be. So a couple more minutes and they came out perfect. I'm gonna cut into them in just a second. Guys, I couldn't help but bite into one. They are so good. Look at that cheesiness. So yummy. Hot, but good. Okay, guys. So that's it. My little pizza pockets, pizza balls, however you want to call them. They are so good, though. I love them. I think next time I am going to try them as a Philly cheesesteak and do some Swiss cheese and some bell peppers and steak. I think they're going to be so delicious. Again, the bigger that you make them, the longer they're going to have to cook. These are pretty decent size. I want to say maybe a little bit, actually it's about the size of a meatball. But yeah. Enjoy.